Leroy's psychic abilities. Oh, by the way, welcome to the after show, everybody. Leroy's psychic abilities are starting to leak through. He was just right. Well, put it this way. He just walked in the studio. I'm watching reels. One of them was a stupid reel with the song My Way by Frank Sinatra playing in the background.
Oh.
And Leroy freaked out. He goes, stop, yo, stop. Oh, so I stopped it. He goes, I was just singing that song to myself in the elevator.
I was.
It's a great song.
And then I got another example. I was out with Tina, and this lady, out the blue, she was like, hey, why are you looking at such and such like that? I guess I had given somebody a funny look, but she was asking me that in a funny way. And I was laughing and blah, 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 blah. And then I looked at Tina and I said, cut it out. She's like, what? I know what you're saying. Who's this bitch talking to my man? And she was like, I said, I knew it. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. Oh, by the way, I got to say this. World Cup, there's supposed to be a game in Miami. What's today?
Oh,
damn.
Yes.
Did y'all hear that there's some ladies predicted that aliens are going to show up over this game?
Really?
And take away like 700 people? And she's sticking by it. I kid you not.
I think Scotland is playing in
She's
Miami.
like, it's going to happen. She's seen it. She's been predicting it, and she says it's going to happen. I only bring that up because it's weird, just like everything we were talking about right now. But anyways.
See. Where
I've been
are
going
we?
down, of course, my usual conspiracy theory rabbit hole craps, like I usually do.
Mm-hmm.
And one lately that I'm like, I don't even see it being a conspiracy theory. I'm like, this explains, I think, why some people have psychic abilities and things of that nature. So, without our nose, we wouldn't be able to smell, so we wouldn't know that there's smell.
Mm-hmm.
Our ears help us hear, so that helps us know, like, of sound. What if there's something that we haven't developed, or that, who knows, maybe we had and lost it or whatever through evolution, but that's not, it's like the whole sixth sense thing. It's like, because we don't have that thing, we're not experiencing that thing around us that's happening all the time. And that brings me back to people with psychic abilities.
There's something there. It's kind of like, you ever walk into a room or a house and you don't see anybody, but you can feel that someone's in there? And then come to find out there is someone there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How did you feel that? How did you know?
It's energy. It's, at the end of the day, it's all energy.
Yeah.
And I think some of us are more sensitive to the energy than others. And I think some of us, it's not that they're not sensitive to it. It's that we're constantly just bombarding ourselves with nonsense.
Yep.
So we're blocking out, creating walls that could have us access whatever that energy is.
Yeah, I definitely don't have that, whatever it is that Leroy has. I'm not a psychic person, but I tell you right now, I believe in it. I think that there are people that have a gift. There are scammers too, but I do believe there are people that have a gift. Absolutely.
I don't know if I just think that they're more sensitive to that other energy. And
but I'm talking about like specifically psychics. Do you believe in psychics? Do you believe people can tell the future or see things? You don't believe that.
I don't necessarily believe somebody can predict. Okay. Everything, you know how they say like everything is really connected. This is going to be, Melissa's not going to understand this. How they say like everything is so connected that like time is all happening at once. So, yes, exactly. So I think they might be able to access that plane a little more, but I don't think that there's someone out there who has it nailed to the point of like, oh yeah, this team is going to win the World Cup like this, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? They might be able to like feel some sort of energy and access that
How do you
plane.
explain though when you go see like those mediums or psychics and they can nail things about you and your past and your current situation and like all that? Like, how do they know so many things about you?
I think that they're getting some access to that plane.
Okay.
But not not seeing it completely clearly, like the way we see the TV screen right now.
Right.
They're seeing things that give them signals or whatever. But I don't think anybody. I mean, they'll come off and say stuff confidently as hell, but they're like, this is just by what I'm getting by the frequency.
I think another example of how we're all connected but don't really know it. It's like when you hear about someone who has a brain injury and then they recover from it, but they're like speaking fluently in another language they did not know beforehand.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
How does that happen? If you never learned it, where deep down in the mind or the soul or whatever did a switch get turned on that says, all right, now you know it fluently? It doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. And those are factual. Those are things that have actually happened. And it's just like, man, we live, I don't know. There's so many questions we're never going to get answers to.
If somebody could clearly see the future, tell me what again, it sounds so basic, but tell me what the lottery number is going to be. Tell me what the Powerball is going to be.
I think that there are people out there that, like you said, they don't see things as clearly as like a lottery number, but they can they can see visions of things that could trigger, this could like put it this way. We used to have a psychic on our show, Thomas John. He predicted so many things down to when you were going to have another child.
But that's because he was somebody who would access like people in your life that passed away. Who are on a completely different plane. So they might be on that plane where they see everything happening at once. That's my point. Oof. It's like, think about like a telescope, right? When you're looking through a telescope, you see super far into space. What are you looking into? You're looking into the past.
Okay.
Right? So there has... I don't know. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to explain, but I feel as if all of us, it's like we're living in a house, right? And some people live in a house and they close all the doors, they close the windows, they lock all the doors, they lock all the windows.
Paranoia?
No, not paranoia. There could just be something happening literally outside their house, but they're not paying attention to it because they don't want to pay attention to it.
Okay.
Then there are some people who it's like a nice day and they're like, you know what? I'm going to open the window. I'm going to open one or two windows versus someone else who's like, I'm going to open all the windows. So the person who has all their windows closed is going to hear minimal stuff that's happening outside. The person who has a couple windows open is going to hear more than that person. The person who has all their windows open and is going to open their front door because they have the screen door there. They just don't want any bugs getting in the house, so they're going to leave that door open and leave the screen door closed or whatever. They're going to hear way more than everyone else. I feel as if we have a version of that inside of us.
Yeah. I think it's like this, Melissa. Melissa got fingers on her temple.
Like I'm so
it's like
lost.
So Ramiro mentioned like a lot of us are very, very distracted. Here's how I am, and I'm not saying that this makes me any better or any worse, but I'll ask you this. Are you able to sit with yourself in just silence? Do you have conversations in your head? I wonder about this. What about that? What about this? But without any other distractions. No TV, no phone. You're not getting up, not doing something.
I've always had an issue with comprehension, which isn't exactly the same thing, but like... Meaning like when I think to myself or have conversations in my head or if I'm reading a book, my mind is always elsewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think, is that like ADHD kind of? I mean, it's never been diagnosed, but like I don't know what the exact term of it is. I just know that I can't always focus on one thing. Even when, and this is going to sound churchy, it's not meant to. I've been trying to have conversations with God.
I hear you.
Right?
Yeah.
Even when I try to have a conversation with God, and I sit there and literally tell myself, focus, 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 focus. My mind still goes other places. It's weird, and I can't control it.
Yeah, but at least you're trying. You need some meditation in your life. There's a way.
Maybe that could possibly help me. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's and the thing with that, it's like you're not always gonna freaking nail it and be completely focused and in silence or whatever. But you'll definitely be doing better than you are now.
Yeah.
You know, like, because if you're there yelling at yourself, focus, 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 you're still going like this towards focus and not really letting yourself experience everything. You know?
You've never had an experience where you felt, hey, I want to go to this thing, but something's telling me not to go. Something I want to take a right, but something says don't take a right. I take a left. You've never had anything, and then come to find out something happened.
Yeah, I have those.
Wow.
But it's never like in the moment you don't think of it. You're just like, I'm gonna do this instead or whatever. I'll do that later, and then you come to find out later. You're like, holy shit! Like, I'm gonna get extreme. That store blew up. It's not something like that, but it might be like an accident that happened or something else, and you're like, wow. At the time, I wasn't thinking it was a big deal for me to make the decision not to do the thing or to do the thing, but it would have impacted me in a major way.
It's funny because I have lately been thinking about choices and how every choice you make in your life kind of impacts your future. And this is where I'm going with this. I am telling myself lately that I am single because I've made stupid choices as far as like, if I'd have just said, Melissa, go to this event this night, I probably would have met the man of my dreams, and I just missed him. So at this point, I got to make better choices of things to do, places to go, because you never know. Simple as this. The other night, I was out. I go for a walk a lot at night, like around my neighborhood, and I saw this guy that I was like, wow, he's totally my type. I would totally talk to him. If I didn't look the way I looked, I wasn't confident in how I looked. And I'm like, you know what? From now on, when I go for a walk, I'm going to like put myself together a little bit more. You know what I mean? Not like dress up, but like, you know what I mean? Not look crazy. Because I'm like, my choices.
What do you look like when you walk?
Just like, like I do now. Like I like sweatpants and like hair in a bun. Like,
yeah, but you're walking.
No, I know. It's stupid. But that's the first thing I thought to myself is from now on,
like,
when
here's
I
some
go
money,
out,
go get a sandwich bad or...
What? What'd you say?
Here's some money, go get yourself something to eat bad or like...
I'm just saying, I don't know, whatever. We got on this I don't know what we were going to talk
about.
You
never locked eyes with somebody that you never met and been like, and you knew that they felt the same way you did when you first laid eyes on it? Never?
I don't think so.
I'm going to tell you this story, and obviously this is before Tina. One time I went on a trip. I got on a plane. And coming back from the trip. And I got on the plane, and I'm walking on with my bag. My head was down. And I lifted my head, and it was this woman with her mother. And she lifted her head, and we locked eyes. And it was like instant attraction. And we, without speaking, we both knew it. I never pursued. She didn't say anything. Ooh. But it was there. But my point in bringing that up is, what is that?
Yeah.
What energy is that? How does that happen? And that's what I'm saying. You've never...
That's movie stuff. Previous life.
I probably have, but it obviously wasn't... I don't know if it was reciprocated or not. I think I would remember if it was reciprocated. Like, I've definitely had instances where I've seen someone and been like, oh, wow. But... I don't know.
Do you ever have you know how they say there's like different versions of us that from all the different choices that we made and stuff? Do you ever like think about that? Like, wow, if I made this, like.
I thought about it. This is why I thought about it. Thinking about my career.
Yeah.
My career started with me hearing something on the radio and picking up the phone and making a phone call about an internship. Mm-hmm. If I was late that morning, because it was in my car, and I was driving to school.
There you go.
If I was late that morning, if I didn't turn on the radio that day, if I hadn't picked up the phone and gone in for that interview, we wouldn't be here right now.
That's what I'm saying.
I would never have had my career, my 30-year-long radio career.
Think about all the things that had to have happened in order for that to happen.
Yep.
You could have heard it and just like been like, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You could have... been playing something out of a cassette because this is back in the day and it didn't happen. Like you could have ran back in the house to grab something, got in the car and the PSA or whatever already ran. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no,
it's
I know.
Crazy.
I don't know how we got into this discussion, but
I can talk about this stuff all day.
I know.
Oh my God, I can talk about it all day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do notifications and all that good stuff. Thank you.